hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.
Welcome again to Street Talk. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki, and on Street Talk we deal with political, social, and economics here, Michigan, the U.S., and abroad. Now joining me tonight,
Charles Thomas,
Paget Maynard.
Okay, man, we got a lot to cover, but how about the guy they said killed himself or something happened? And what about it, Pat?
Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the report out is that he committed suicide whilst in federal penitentiary.
Okay.
The allegation is he hung himself. Yeah, you're going to ask?
No, I thought he was in jail.
No, he's in federal.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
federal pen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Wherever he was in custody.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I come up today and tell you this person died in custody, my question is, who is responsible? Let's start there.
Yeah.
Who is responsible? The local, the bottom of the line officer, the janitor, the sarge, go on up to the top of the chain in the prison itself, the warden? Or, and since this is a federal, doesn't it come under the Department of Justice?
Yeah.
Attorney General?
Yeah.
So when you look at it, a lot of questions are to be answered. Now, from what I'm hearing, Epstein allegedly was suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
They had him on suicidal watch, but
Yes.
they removed that.
Yes.
He had a cellmate, they removed the cellmate. They did not follow up the way they were supposed to, so many, every 15, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
whatever it was. One time they said 15,
Protocol.
one time 30.
Yeah.
But the protocol is that they're supposed to check on him every so often.
Yeah.
That wasn't done. I understand, too, that when they took down the body, his body was still warm,
Mm-hmm.
which means he didn't die long ago. Question for you guys, and anybody else want to answer it, who watch it, tell us what you think. If all the protection is removed from a man who is suicidal, a man in a high-profile case,
Right.
and all of a sudden he's dead,
Yeah. Surveillance.
no surveillance,
There's some surveillance, but they probably had a power shortage or something. I think it was an assassination because I think this man knew names. He knew he had a recall. He was a threat to this secret society of slave trade. And
Go on.
they could not afford to let this man, in the fear, the conscience he was, he would have told on everybody to get a plea bargain.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a threat to some higher up people.
Such as?
You,
Go ahead.
our president.
Okay.
They were buddies.
Okay.
And he would have implicated him.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other rich billionaires that are doing the same thing because it was almost like a slave trade. And it's evidence that this man was a loose cannon. He had to be getting rid of. And that's my spin on it. Because when somebody's on suicide watch, they are under surveillance.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Especially, like you said, this high profile person.
Mm-hmm.
They got cameras all around this man. And he was in isolation. They put him in quarantine by himself. So when they took that person out and they cut the camera off or they got rid of the film, this was a plan.
Now, you're not alone with that theory. Just so you know. I've heard it too.
Yeah.
But the big thing we got to wonder, why is it the president, Donald Trump, has come out with some conspiracy theory? I understand him to be implicating Bill Clinton as to having something to do with this man's death. Now, then he had Kellyanne Conway, his special advisor or whatever her title is. She's coming out supporting his theory and all kinds of stuff. But her husband noted something in a tweet that this is a 25th Amendment. This, what's going on in the Trump administration and all that surrounds it, is due. It's something that the 25th Amendment should be called upon.
Mm-hmm.
Who in the cabinet is going to go against him? None of them, because most all of them are acting.
Mm-hmm.
Very few who are confirmed.
Yeah.
Those who are confirmed got their own nastiness and they're afraid Trump will talk.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to toe the line.
Yeah.
What I am concerned about right now is if the Attorney General, Barr, is going to be investigating, as he said, how much of an investigation could we expect when we know he is Trump's personal Attorney General?
Right.
Not the Attorney General of the U.S. of A.
Yeah. But that's the thing. The people that are in place now, they have sworn allegiance to this non-president that we got. This is the longest that America have been without a president. This man is not a president.
No.
This man is a
Pariah.
He's a troublemaker.
And a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the truth ain't in him. You seeing the real deal. And this man is not going to change. He's too old to change. And what makes me madder than anything else, if Obama was in office acting like he's acting, he would have been in the front of a firing squad.
Yeah.
Man,
But because
they
of
would have
his,
strung him up long ago.
yeah, but because of his paint job and the way that he's dealing with what Putin is telling him to do to rip this country apart, he's crossed the line as far as treason. But people still afraid of him.
Hold on, hold on. As far as what?
Yeah, I'm concerned.
Treason.
Treason.
Yeah.
When you sitting
Guys,
down,
do you remember early on in his administration, I raised some questions here about impeachment, and I brought out some stuff and asked if that doesn't rise to the level of treason. But I hear other people now are talking the same thing, using the same incidents that I've been looking at.
Yeah.
So something is there. I can tell you all further. He is not president because he wanted to be president.
Right.
He was ordered,
Yeah.
in my opinion, based on what we see, he was ordered to run for election, and I will make sure you get it.
Right. and that's Mr. Putin. Yeah, and it's. I remember when he had the meeting with the Russian press,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't allow the American
Right.
press into
Right, yeah.
the conference.
Yeah.
Had them at the White House.
And how he feel about dictators.
Mm-hmm.
He loved them.
Oh yeah.
He's impressed by dictators.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he wants to be one.
He wants to be one. And he's intimidating his cabinet members and his appointed officials. And if they don't march to his beat, then he get fired. Like this guy that got fired and he was ready to retire. He lost all his benefits.
Yeah.
Right.
He's suing the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a hateful thing for a man to do because he was committed to his job.
Hours.
Yeah.
Just hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few hours before he actually
Yeah.
gets out, you fire him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Losing
he couldn't get a
all his
pension.
benefits.
Yeah.
And you cocking your butt up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, cool off, P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool off, P.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you something, man. That is heading for a big fight.
Yeah. And he's coming back with it too. Yeah. But
You don't take me out of bread and can't give me biscuit.
But stupid stuff like that. And they go along with his program. But they messing their own career up.
And see, the thing about it is that of all the things he has done, in the last couple of weeks, some of the people, you know, who won't say much about him, but you know, even they not saying anything.
Right.
This one guy, I can't remember his name. The congressman from Maryland.
Mr. McConnell? No.
From Maryland. The black
You mean, what that?
from Maryland.
Elijah Cummings.
Elijah Cummings. You know, he said something to you know.
He
said-
told the truth.
Yeah, he said, you know, and so when this guy was his time to say something good about Cummings, you know,
Yeah.
and so you don't have it's not one Republican who you can get anything out of, you know. You know, they saying they in a hurry, and it's like, you know, I mean,
Listen, Ahmad, all these Republicans sitting there, Lindsey Graham. That man had so much negativity about Trump. And as soon as Trump became president, he was, well, you know, we ain't going time in there.
Yeah.
One round of golf and a plate of food,
And change
maybe
your
it
whole
was
mind.
just a hamburger.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
And you're going to tell me that swing you
Yeah, flip. Yeah.
to the extent that you're putting down everybody else?
Yeah.
well, see, man, he, you know, I've always been watching him, man, because he'll say this today, and tomorrow he'll say that,
Yeah.
you know.
You can't trust people like
Right,
that.
and right now, he'll be running for his seat, and the black guy who's going to be running at his seat, he was on about a week and a half ago.
I saw him the other day.
And I expect him to win. I expect this black guy to win, you know, because you know how the Carolinas are, man. You know, some of the
But don't forget Mitch McConnell. He's up at 2, and he has a good solid challenge right now. Last time he had a good challenge and could have lost. They throw a little curveball and pull it out. This time what they do, they're getting, I'm not going to say where the money is coming from. You think. He got some set of monies to come in to put down something in his state, which everybody knows is not clean hands.
well, you know, he don't have to worry right now because he's got what 2 more years in his seat. What did he do? 4 years or 6 years?
No, McConnell.
Yeah, McConnell. He just won. About a year. When Trump.
16.
Yeah, he won then. Remember this lady, wasn't it? A lady who pushed him to the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lady. And
Anyhow.
He ran some terrible ads on her and everything. But that's his thing, man. He's one of the dirtiest. He's the dirtiest
Scoundrel.
Skunk. He's a skunk, man. Whoever.
They only need that stripe now, eh?
I mean, really, he's one of the dirtiest skunks ever been there. Because everything they bring up, he won't bring it to the floor.
Yeah. And that's his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He if he knows it's going to pass, he won't bring it to the floor.
Yeah.
Right now, they're trying to get some nothing to the floor about these guns and everything, but it ain't gonna be anything.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be anything at all.
I remember in the heat of this previous shooting, he was the president. Our missing president. He was starch on gun control, new laws.
Oh
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh man, that was talk.
Yeah, and then he said a day later, he said he's gotta talk to the
IRA.
the Rifle Association, the NRA.
NRA, I say IRA. NRA.
Oh, man.
But the man is such a klutz. Even Miss Piggy left him. She couldn't keep up with this man's lies,
Listen, guys, listen. Let's look at some more implications from Epstein.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
The government has already seized lots of material from his property.
Mm-hmm.
Now, his death, does it stop anything or everything? All right, he's not there to answer. There is evidence enough to show that the allegations of these now adults, but were kids at the time, 14, 15, 16, one up. If was somebody else, and you see, we have a way back in my country, we say, and I can say it in the colloquial way, where money be, lawyer plea. You see, you got the money, you could pay a good lawyer, you get off.
Yeah.
And that's what went on. Right now, these girls didn't have the money. They were ramroded and shoved under the bus to set him free, just about. Okay. Should they proceed? I want you to give me some answers on this now. Should the government proceed with a hearing, a trial, and confiscate his property, all of it, his pet, his bankrolls, his island, his mansions, sell them, and take that money to compensate these girls, now young women, who were so brutally molested, abused, defiled, and left out to dry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's the same thing with reparations for us. We've been brutalized, for 400 years, and we got to organize and come up with our reparations and compensation.
These ladies now, they should get. I mean, all of his everything, property, all these different things he owned and all that.
All his assets.
It should be sold.
Liquidated.
Yeah, and everybody who he abused and all of that should get some money.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
But most of us are going to go to attorneys.
Well, you see, that's one of the things we got to watch. if these attorneys are true to themselves and their profession, they should go in there and defend these young women without charge.
Mm-hmm.
Just pay for costs. Because, man, look, don't tell me. We in America, we have so much to say that sound good, but the practical application of it, it's absent.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a problem.
well,
Yeah, but the family's going to try to block that.
well, yeah, and also,
Was he married?
right. The thing about it is that these lawyers, they looking into that too.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they ain't gonna work for nothing.
But I think
You know.
I think at least one lawyer had stepped up to the plate already and was willing to donate his service.
I would too.
One other thing though,
Well,
we talk about him and
Yeah.
his property and what.
yeah.
What are you going to do to these women who were recruiting these girls for him? What would you do to them?
Prosecute him
And
and give him time. Accessory to the crime.
okay.
You know, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Yeah. But you know, it'll be interesting to see, and what happens now, you know, because some of the same people that was interested in him killing himself, you know, we said kill himself, but we know that probably wasn't true.
Yeah. I know that.
They on the sideline looking too
Mhm.
to see what's gonna happen.
Right.
Listen,
You
man,
know,
I don't have any confidence in the Attorney General
oh no,
to
wait,
say
you
we're
know.
going to get a decent, fair, honest investigation and what follows. We know the man now. He has demonstrated he is not trustworthy. He has demonstrated he is a liar and a crook,
Mhm. Well, he
just like his president.
yeah, well, he did that back in the '90s. You know, same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know,
So then, how could these young women ever get justice if this is what we're facing? If these are the people, I mean, you can't send the devil to correct sin.
well, the thing is that, you know, Trump's got about another year and something, and you know how these things roll on. You know, it'll be anyway. It'll be 3 or 4 years before they get in the money anyway. You know, because they got lawyers, and his family's got lawyers. So it's going to be drug out for
Well,
3 or 4 years.
yeah, but my thing is so much corruption going on. Even the president, when going to his golf courses, taking this entourage, and he's charging everybody, and he's getting money, residual money from that kind.
That's another issue.
Yeah, it's just so much.
But if you're going to
Injustice.
talk about him, if you're going to talk about Trump here now, we got to show his connection as we know it,
Yeah,
as has been widely shown with this same Epstein.
you're right.
He claimed there was no relationship. Then, well, he broke it off long ago, some 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Now, all that wasn't there. Now they're finding more and more things. Epstein had numbers
right.
to how he could connect Trump.
Names.
But he's not the only person.
Yeah,
There are lots and lots of people, professional people, high-powered attorney.
yeah,
Those are rich.
yeah.
They're politicians in high places and all of that. These are people who are involved in this same thing.
Right.
Now, is any wonder the man is dead today? Think about it. And I'm not going to accuse anybody. I'm just saying, is there any wonder the man is dead today?
Right. That's why he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because who he know? All these secret societies.
Yep.
on these secret organizations.
Yep.
Did you hear of his black book with all these phone numbers and how many different numbers, how many different ways to contact this person and that person and that person?
Yes. Yeah.
Why, if there's nothing going on,
And
would I need all these ways to contact you?
Yeah, and that's all they want. They want to get that information away from the public. And that's why your president won't turn over his tax records.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming, brother. Don't worry.
But it's going to be implicated that he was connected to all this crap.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we've been waiting for it, and I don't know. You know, pretty soon we have one more year, and you know, we still don't know yet whether they're going to get it or not. You know, last week they were saying, last week or week before last, they were saying, well, they're going to get it, but when?
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, they have already got quite a lot. In fact, I think they say it's over 1 million pages so far they got from the banks, all these different transactions. And this, I think, was Deutsche Bank, where somebody already alerted the bosses about some transactions there with Trump and his son-in-law. And they push it aside instead of bringing it up and have it reported to the correct authorities. Nothing was done. All of that is going to be shown.
Yeah.
They're going to have to bring in this person or persons who tagged it, because they could testify, yes, I saw it, I did it, I sent it our way, I should send it, they blocked it.
Yeah.
Things like that gonna come out.
But see, the thing is that they keep
pushing it back.
They keep, you know, and like I said, after a while he have 1 year left.
Yeah, he'll be in office. In his office.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how long he has. The important thing is the answers are coming out, and even if he's out of office, he is not out of problems.
Well,
he can't. In fact, it might be easier when he's out, because there's some things, especially at the Southern District in New York, they have so much on him already. That man, is that an orange shirt you have on?
Yeah.
Then he will be wearing an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Well,
but look at what he's doing to the economy. I mean, China, the farmers in America, they ain't gonna have nowhere to sell their goods. I mean, this man, before he gets out of office, I mean, they should put him in the house arrest, because this man don't even believe in global warming.
well, but see, the thing is that all these, and we will talk about it next week, but all these farmers, they talk to different ones, and they're gonna vote for him again. We out of time now, but we'll talk about it next week. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki, and we'll catch you down in the next block. Peace.
Peace.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.